Welcome to Scandinavia, land of the Vikings. I am in the land of the legends, and here in this land we actually have the biggest Viking hall in whole Denmark. This is a reconstruction, but it still have this old Nordic spirit and old Nordic feeling. The building is 60 meters long, 15 meters wide and 10 meters high. To me, this feeling to be just here and see our old heritage, our old Nordic heritage it is amazing, and how they could build this and how they had this skills and craftsmanship to build buildings like this is actually stunning. And a little fun thing that is actually today, over 1,000 years later, we don't even know how they actually built this hall back over 1,000 years ago. And somebody is actually saying that a building like this in that time could probably take 6 to 8 months to build. A lot of the things you actually are seeing on this hall is actually inspiration for lots of other places in Scandinavia. They have a lot of inspiration from Sweden and from Norway for this reconstruction, because it is pretty hard to imagine how it was actually looking 100%. A building like this almost have a lifespan in 40 to 50 years. In this area where we are, the Land of Legends, there have actually been a lot of long houses, but this has been the biggest one who has ever been found on Danish soil. They usually build this for like a place to gathering, for community, and a place where people could be and feast and hang out. That was actually and for the king, or to insult his power, to show everybody how powerful the area was, and that was actually the meaning of this. This was not really a place where you lived, but it was more like a gathering place for every traveler, everybody around. They was gathering in this hall. Let's look inside the king's hall. Let's go. So this is actually an entrance to another world. The Vikings also believe that, and we believe that in the Old North. If you are seeing the door, how beautiful carved it is, and everything, all the heads and all the stories. So this is actually like entering a totally other world. Here you can really feel the spirit already when you just walk in, just a 2 meters, and then you have like a totally other experience. Look at the carves on the doors, the lights around here, and you actually have 10 meters to the roof. It is unbelievably tall. Everything here is wood. And it's a very stunning and a very nice place. Let's enter the next room. Everything here is iron-made, handmade, and look how beautiful it is. This door is around 200 kilos. Look at this door, how massive it is. This was like entering the real deal, guys. This is unbelievable handwork. And when we're going through this door, we will actually see how big it is. This is unbelievable. This door is at least 400 kilos. Just to get this door up with totally hand power, that has been some kind of work. So I'm so amazed how they actually built this over 1,300 years ago, and what a beautiful art and artist they was in that time. And I think actually maybe we lost a little about that in our time, but all around this house you're seeing small details all over the place. have the King's Hall, and this is very an astonishing place, a very special place. Here with where everybody was gathering, if that was travelers, people around, or in the small villages, that was like the gathering point. This is over 1,300 years ago. So this is one of the poles here in the Great Hall. So pretty amazing. And in here we have the biggest god of Norse mythology, Odin. So this is Odin's pole. Odin, as you can see when you're looking off at the cars into the top, Odin is looking here with his one eye. And if you know the story why Odin has one eye, because he traded his other eye for wisdom. So he actually get the power to look into all the 9 worlds who was existing. Down here you have the tree of life. Yggdrasil is actually carved in here in the bottom. And Yggdrasil was the gateway to all the 9 worlds. Odin could look into all of them with his one eye. So with one eye he could look better than with 2. Sometimes you have to sacrifice something to get something else. And Odin is a great example of that one. Most powerful god in Nordic mythology. Here we have the god of thunder, Thor. This is Thor's pole. Thor was the protector of humans. And if you're seeing the carving in here, you can actually see Thor's hammer has been carved in here. So yeah, this is Thor's pole, god of lightning and god of protector of the humans. Very strong and powerful god, Odin's son. This pole here is actually the pole of Freya. You can see all the carvings in here, how amazing it is, and you can see up when you're going up on the pole. This is the symbol of Frey. So this is Freya's pole, and Freya was a Nordic god. And this is Freya's son Frey, a god of fertility, and this is his pole and his also one of the gods. And you can also see the carvings and everything and the symbols. Spot for the king and for the queen. The king was always sitting here on the right side, and he did that because then he will be closest to Odin. The pole of Odin is just on my right side, so the king was sitting here close to that, and the queen was sitting on his left side, closer to the god of Freya. So it is a little higher than the guest of honor. This is in the middle of the king's hall, so the king and the queen was in the center of the hall, and they could have a view all across the hall and see everybody who was coming here and everybody who was gathering. And here we actually have the king's helmet. Look at all the details and everything you have on this one. That is actually pretty stunning. Amazing how it looks, and again, what a creativity, what a designs they was making. It's so unbelievable. Beautiful Nordic heritage. This is more a traditional Viking helmet, how the helmet actually was looking. A warrior helmet. So you can see no horns. So this is actually how a Viking warrior helmet could have looked like. So let's see if it fits on my big head. It fits perfectly. So now I need to take the sword, and then we are ready for the battle. Here you actually have the chair of the guest of honor. Just across the hall you will have the place for the king and for the queen. Little fun fact that actually is that the guest of honor's chair is a little lower than the king and the queen's chair just across the room. And in the middle of the hall you actually had the fireplace in the total center, so that will be where you was making the food, and of course also the heating, also for the winter time. So I think it's around 3 meters long, so they had actually fire for whole this to heat up the place. I have been here also when they have heated up, and I have to say there is actually a lot of smoke in here, but you still get the feeling. And actually in the end of the hall they made a bedroom, so I want to show you how that one maybe could have looked like in that time. So here you actually see the bed. This is how they think a bed could look like. So they never found any things who could tell, but this can maybe be how it looks like. A little scary thing actually for maybe some of you. This skin who is actually on here on the bed is actually horse. So it's actually a horse skin. A little scary maybe, but a very cozy room and very cozy lighting. So I hope you very enjoyed the tour. Now it's time for me to take a little relaxing time, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Good night.